So today we will learn about the area of special quadrilaterals. What does it mean, the word quadrilateral?
Four sides.
Means four sides. And we will learn about the next areas of the next quadrilateral. We already know areas of the rectangle. Area of rectangle, length, width. Area equals length times width. Square. With the side A, area equal A squared. And we learn about area of the parallelogram. That we have base and height, and area equal base times height. So we already know about three quadrilaterals. Today we will learn about few more. And first of them will be rhombus. You might call it in the primary school, you might call it sometimes diamond, but the proper name is rhombus. And what the property of the rhombus?
Four equal sides.
All sides are equal. And also, rhombus is a parallelogram. Rhombus is a parallelogram. And another property of the rhombus is if it draw, what is diagonal? Who knows what is diagonal? The line connecting opposite vertices from one vertex to another. So we draw two diagonals. And let's put some letters to make it easier. A, B, C, D, and this letter will call this point where they cross called M. And another property of the rhombus is that the diagonals bisect each other. What the word bisect means?
They go into each other. They overlap.
But they
They
intersect, but bisect means they divide in the equal parts. Divide in two equal parts. So this BM equal DM, AM equals CM. And also another property of the rhombus, that their diagonals intersect at the right angle. They intersect at the right angle. And we will use that to derive formula for the area of the rhombus. Because line AC divides this rhombus into two triangles, which are exactly the same. And the proper mathematical word for same shapes, which we'll learn later on, but you might know who knows the mathematical word for two shapes which are exactly the same. Congruent, yes, congruent.
What's M?
M is the point where diagonals intersect. So, let's consider triangle A, B, C. What will be the area? What the formula of the area of the triangle?
Base
Half.
times height.
Half base times height.
Yeah.
1/2. What is the base of triangle ABC?
A.
Base,
Yeah. AC.
AC. So we have 1/2 AC. When I put those lines to represent the length of C, not just side length of AC times. And what will be the height of the triangle?
AB or CB.
BM. BM is the height that meet opposite side at the right angle. So times BM. Now, and triangle ACD is exactly the same. So it will have the same area. An area of the whole rhombus will be, if we add area of this triangle to area of this triangle. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we take this area and times it by 2. So we have 2 times 1/2 AC times PM.
Yeah.
2 times 1/2
Equals 1.
equals 1, so cancels out. So we have AC times BM.
No, it's because 2.
Yeah.
1
What's
times
the
AC
lines?
equals
What's
AC.
for the lines?
Yeah, why is it
Lines
going
to
down?
represent its length.
But
Of the
you,
side. You cannot multiply by the line. You can multiply by the length of the line, right?
Yeah.
So they just those lines to represent that we multiply not by the line, but the length of the line.
but can you do that on the calculator or does it not matter?
We derive in formula, and then when you have numbers, of course you can use calculator.
No, as in like those lines.
Like how you can put line in the calculator. Let's say this is represent line.
Does it
I'll
not
give it
matter?
to you. Put it in your
Does
calculator.
it not matter in the calculator?
In calculator you put number. What number represent?
You don't put-
Length of the
you
line.
don't put- You can't put.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, you put length. You cannot put line. You can put length of the line. Now, what is AC? Is a diagonal.
Base.
No, it's for rhombus. It's a diagonal, right?
What?
Diagonal.
Yeah.
It connects two opposite vertices.
AMC.
And what is BM? Is a half of the BD.
Do you,
BM
I thought
is a
diagonal
half
is
of the
radius.
diagonal in the
Do
line.
you write BD or BMD? Just do you write BD or BMD? If you were doing BD.
A BD, you write BD. So, we derived formula that the area of the rhombus equal 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. That is the diagonal 1 is AC is diagonal, and BM is the half of BD of the half of this diagonal.
Why is it half? Why is it half?
Why the half? Because BM equals 1/2 of BD, which is diagonal. So BAC is one diagonal, diagonal 1,
And B is half that.
and BD is diagonal 2. BM is a half of BD. That's where 1/2 coming from. So that's the formula. You don't need to derive it every time. I just want you to understand where it's coming from. You will need to apply. Make sense?
Yeah.
So you multiply when to find area of the rhombus. You need to know its diagonal and you multiply them and divide by 2.
But isn't that,
Second shape. Yes, Josh, good question.
isn't that horizontal?
What's horizontal?
AC.
Yeah, it's horizontal. In this case, horizontal, but it is diagonal. It's connecting two opposite. I can draw rhombus not necessarily in this way. For example, rhombus I can position it something like this. It will not be horizontal, but still have diagonal 1, diagonal 2,
Oh.
and its area will be equal 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2.
Oh yeah, okay.
So, second special shape is kite.
What's the difference?
Second special quadrilateral is kite. Kite has not all sides, it have adjacent two pairs of the equal side. This side equal this side equal this. That's called kite. And kite has diagonals as well. And if this is D1, this is D2, it can be shown in the same way that area of the kite is exactly the same formula than the area for the rhombus. Half diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. So kite and rhombus have the same formula. And now the next shape. Which students, for some reason, most of the students cannot memorize that simple formula. Yes? Yeah. And the next shape called trapezium.
Oh,
But how do you do, is the kite the same as rhombus?
yeah.
Kite is not rhombus because rhombus has all sides equal. Kite,
Work out the areas.
no, formula for area is the same. We can derive it in the same way,
But they're different shapes.
but they are not the same shape. Trapezium. And trapezium is the shape which have two parallel sides. And that's all. One property of trapezium, two parallel sides. So sides A and B are parallel. And we have a height of the trapezium, the line going at the right angle to the longest side. And the formula for area of the trapezium equal A plus B divided by 2 and times height. You can think how it can be derived. I'll give you a hint. If we, what is A? This A is one longer parallel side, B is shorter. When we add them and divide by 2, what we find when we take two numbers, add and divide by 2, what we find then? Average between them. So if we draw the line, which will be average between them, length, and
How do you find the base?
huh?
Oh, yeah, never mind. But how do you find the height? Wait, never mind.
And what will happen?
That was in the text.
What will happen that we will get the rectangle,
Mine was.
which is one side will be equal height, another one will be equal average between bases. But you can think about how to derive it, but for now, that's what we need to use. Area of the trapezium. Example. Let's say we have trapezium with the sides of 15 centimeters, 7 centimeters, and the height is 5 centimeters. What will be area of this trapezium? Yes? We do 15 plus 7, A plus B divided by 2
And then that's 12.
times height 5.
1155.
So it will be 15 plus 7, 22, divided by 2, 11, times 5, 55 centimeters squared. Make sense? Okay.
I'm trying to watch the
We-
video.
That's all new stuff for today. Yeah. Like, subscribe, and donate to help Ukraine to fight Russian fascists. Link under the video.
Tell them the word of the night. Tell the camera word of the
Oh
night.
yeah, word of the day. That is
Word of the